Welcome to Remnants of a Sound Blast. The question of the day is, how much would you pay to see a band these days? How much would you pay for a concert ticket? What is your limit? And would you see a band knowing that they use fake backing tracks, whether it be vocals, guitar, or whatnot? That is the two questions of the day. How much would you pay for a concert ticket? $75, $80, I think, is kind of reasonable now. Back, 20, 30 years ago, $25, $35 was considered pretty average for a ticket. I think the average now might be about 70 or 80 bucks. Would you pay $200, $300 to see someone? We recently went to Alice Cooper, and I don't think the tickets were that much. I think for 5 of us, which includes my wife and I and our 3 youngest children, ages 6, 7, and 10. We have a 27-year-old, but he wasn't interested in going. So for just the 5 of us to go see Alice Cooper in Mississippi, I think it was a little over $300 with the taxes included on the ticket. So that's not bad. I think Ticketmaster charges maybe $10, $12, $13 on taxes per ticket, which I think is ridiculous, but what are you going to do, right? But I can't really remember when's the last time I paid like an obnoxious amount of money for a ticket, or if I've even done that before. I've always been kind of, weary about paying too much money for concert tickets, especially if it's somebody that maybe had their heyday in the 70s or the 80s and they're not quite the same band that they used to be. You might only have like 1 or 2 members left of that particular band. I really can't see paying a whole lot of money to go see somebody like that. And then you have people out there that go see bands just to say that they saw someone, even though they might not even be really great or relevant anymore. Rolling Stones would be a perfect example of that. You might have people that'll say, "Oh, I went and saw the Rolling Stones." Yeah, it's okay. You went and saw the Rolling Stones, but was it really worth the $300, $400, $500 that you paid for the ticket? Were they really that good? I mean, they're 80-something years old now. I don't understand why people do that. I think it's just kind of like a bragging right kind of thing, or just to say that you saw them. But you're going there for the event. But if you're going there for the music, that's a different story. I can't see paying that much money just to hear music that probably isn't halfway as good as it used to be when these bands had their prime back 20, 30, maybe even 40 years ago, depending on what band you're going to see. Like I say, my average price for tickets that I used to pay back in the early 90s or late 80s was probably $25, $30, and that was considered kind of a lot, I guess, or an average price. Now I would say they're probably $70, $80, $85, $90. I'd pay that to see someone. Matter of fact, we're going to see Wishbone Ash on November 1st at the House of Blues in New Orleans, and I believe those tickets were only $35 or $40 a piece, which is a great deal. Now, there's only one original member left of Wishbone Ash, and that is Andy Powell, the guitarist. He also takes on the vocal duties now. I've watched a lot of videos of them recently, and they sound great. I don't mind seeing those guys. I wouldn't mind paying $200 or $300 for a ticket if it was the best seats in the house. You were front row, no hassle around you, and it might be like a meet or greet either before or after the show with the band. I think that's totally worth it. But besides that, just for an average ticket, I cannot see paying more than like $80, $90, maybe $100 a ticket tops. We're also thinking about going to see Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin Evening or Led Zeppelin Experience in Mobile, Alabama. And I can't remember when that is. It might be in July or August. That's the closest that he's coming to New Orleans. So I'm probably going to have to take a road trip. That band sounds absolutely phenomenal. I don't think the tickets were that expensive for that. I want to say they were like $65, $70 from what I was looking at, and decent seats, midway through the arena. But what is the highest ticket price that you've ever paid to see someone? What is the last band that you paid to see? How much were those tickets? And are you going to see any bands in the future? And how much do you plan on paying for those tickets? Please leave all of those comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. I'd love to hear what you have to say about this. And until next time, y'all keep rocking and stay safe.